Hey Pisces, it's me, V, from Born Awake Tarot and Spiritual Teachings. Today I have your July general energies for the Pisces sign, okay? And just to get on with it here, I'm just going to jump in and let you know what's going on. We're still going through transformations. Neptune has went retrograde, which means basically Pisces has taken the rose-colored glasses off, okay? And what's going on is that Pisces is going to stop playing second fiddle. And I'll give you an example, okay? You turn around and you help somebody out with getting them gas, okay? And they say, well, I'll pay you back. And they never do. And you don't turn around and confront them or anything like that, then they come and hit you up again. And you're going to stand your ground. You're going to say, no. You know, I helped you once. You didn't offer to pay me back. I can't do it again. I can't afford it. I can't do it again. So that's just a mild example. But you're going to start putting yourself first. Now, we still got a little bit of transformation and disruption going on from June, and it will be going into July. There's a lot going on in July. July is going to be a firecracker month, okay? And there's going to be a lot of in-depth in-depth releasing to the point where it's like at the root of it. Understanding when you need to use control and when you need to let it go, and realize, hey, you know, I can't control everything, because you're going to become bitter, rigid, and things like that. It's also about getting out of your head. Pisces are dreamers. Pisces think a lot. We get stuck in our heads. And sometimes getting stuck in our heads, we're manifesting stuff that we don't even want to manifest. So instead of, I am a firm believer, instead of worry, replace it with prayer. Pray for something, okay? Pray for something. Replace the worry with prayer. So that way you're manifesting something good. You're not manifesting something you don't want to deal with. July is going to be the breaking down of your cycles. Okay? It's going to be balancing the female and the male. This is with Pisces, men and women. Okay? We all got the female and male hormones. Okay? And stuff. And it's the balancing of this. It's the balancing of moods. It's a balancing of when to know when to enact control and when to go with the flow. Okay? It's going to be a month starting the last week of June going into July and everything. It's going to be a month of where you're going to find people that have been at jobs up and just leave. You're going to that have been at jobs, for a long time, that just up and leave. Or people that you thought were in an amazing relationship break up. This is going on with all signs, okay? But this month specifically, there's going to be some really realizing deep down that Pisces is worth a lot as a person. You have a lot to offer to the world, and that you put it out there and people walk on you, and you're not doing that anymore. You're calling things black and white, okay? And there are very few shades of gray, but you're going to call those too. But you're putting yourself first. So let's get on with this reading, because this is actually the cards we're talking. And I'm using the OSHO Zen Tarot deck. I'm using the Doreen Virtue Archangel cards. And I'm using the Magical Times Fairy cards, okay? And this is a 37 card spread. So I'm going to try to be clear and get this out to you. Also this month, look deep for hidden meanings, okay? Listen to what people say, because there's going to be a flip side, okay? Something like, for example, there's going to be two meanings, if somebody, dream. If somebody says dream, yeah, it's going to mean follow your dreams, okay? Listen, if you get visions in your dreams, okay? Listen to that. But it also means don't plant what society and your family has told you what life is about, like say a romantic partner, okay? Don't turn around and think that the person has to be at most perfect, okay? Because there is no perfect person. The part about a perfect partner is where their baggage fits. You can take on their baggage, okay? Is their bag too heavy? Don't strap the knapsack on, okay, if it's too heavy. You know how much you can take on. But right now you're going to be focused on taking on yourself. And there is, so, you know, that's the two meanings. This month is going to have two meanings. Listen to it. And also, I keep picking up the number 44 and 3. Okay, so I will read the meanings of the number 44 and 3 before we end this. So out of the Doreen Virtue Numerology, Angel Numerology 101 book, okay? So you'll know what the message is with 44 and 3. But that's what I pick up for Pisces when I sat down to do this. I do feel that July is going to be realizing that you need to stay joyful, celebrate, and you don't need a reason to celebrate, people, okay? You get out there and you make, you get your playfulness back. And July is also about, you don't need another gadget. Simplicity. Simplify your life. Enjoy simplicity. Don't be like the Joneses, okay? And so I'm going to get into these cards and explain both the meanings. So this general reading for all Pisces for July is going to be kind of long. So bear with me here, okay? Now, we're transformation, okay? As you can see, they're sitting in this card. We know what the lotus means by now because we keep getting it, rebirth, okay? And there's a snake, and just like the snake, it sheds its skin, okay? And it creates new skin, okay? Then we have the Sphinx that rises up out of the ashes, and the staff of life, okay, of wisdom. So what this is saying is there's transformation going on, and it's continuing over from June, the latter part of June, into July. There's going to be a lot of transformation going on. So that's what this card means. Be open to the transformation, okay? Be open to it. Now, the next card that you received is patience. In this card, you see a woman sitting there holding her tummy that's got a baby in there, and just like the mother in this picture that's pregnant, waiting for the baby to grow and give birth and everything. Patience. Remember to have patience with yourself and with others, but especially with yourself, okay? Because when you exude patience with yourself, it shows in the outer world. And you'll also find people coming to you too. So they're, because they see this, and it gives them strength, knowing that they can come to somebody that is patient and shows compassion. But show patience to yourself and compassion to yourself first. And make sure, set your boundaries. Okay? Set your boundaries. You don't want to be walked on, because it's Pisces time. It's Pisces time. Now, the next card is success. And what this card is saying is, don't get stuck on the successes of the past. They come in, and yes, the world celebrates with you, okay? But they also come to an ending too. And so therefore you need to set new goals. And you need to turn around and realize those are going to come to an end too once you get through them. But when you reach a goal, you'll be back on that parade and riding the tiger, okay? But the thing is you got to remember that one's going to come to an end too. Set goals, because you will have successes. That's the second meaning of this card. Don't live in your past successes. Make new ones. Set goals. Okay? But you're also going to have successes this month too. Okay? That's the double meaning of this card. Now, this card you received is harmony. Harmonize your mind with your heart, okay? Harmonize your soul with your heart. When you do this, you're going to harmonize your environment. You will be in harmony with your environment. This is also saying meditate, stay in harmony. That's the double meaning with this. Stay in harmony, because you're going to need it this month. Now, the next card you received, the Dreamer. The first message I received in this card is, look to your dreams. Look to your dreams. You're going to get symbols and signs and messages on what to do through your dreams. And it also means don't stop dreaming, okay? But don't get stuck in dreaming, because Pisces can do that. Then we get stuck in our head, and we're not really dealing with reality too well, okay? The other meaning to this card is that a lot of us were raised that, oh, to find the perfect person, they have to be utmost perfect, okay? There is no perfect person. And for you to rely upon somebody else coming into your life to supply you with joy and happiness, that is wrong of you to expect that. Okay? And it's saying, don't do that. You need to be responsible for your own happiness and joy in your life. And then somebody will come in and add to that happiness and joy, if it's meant to be. But don't ever depend on somebody else for your happiness. And remember, there is no perfect person. You be responsible for your own happiness and joy in your life. Don't get stuck in daydreaming either all the time, okay? Balance between reality and dreaming, okay? Now, the next card you received is Control. You can see the man here. He's trapped in a box. And at the bottom, he's got a blade right here. You can see his face has become firm. No smile. Okay, his fists are clenched tight. This is saying that if you don't know when to use control and when to let up and go with the flow, you're going to become old, bitter, and aged at a young age. Okay? At any age. You will lose your childlike nature. This is saying balance when you need to have control and when you need to go with the flow. Don't become bitter. Don't age yourself. Keep your childlike nature. Playfulness. Okay? Playfulness keeps you young. Being controlling, all that does is cause bitterness, aging, stress. And when you go with the flow, going with the flow, you have to exude patience too. So hopefully you're starting to see the pattern here. Okay. Excuse me. Got to adjust my phone here. I've got it propped up and it's starting to lean here. The next card that you received is Sharing. This is a queen right here. She has no need to take inventory of what she has and doesn't have. She is more than willing to share. Share with love. She's willing to share her happiness and joy with others. She doesn't need to take inventory of this. Okay? And what this card is saying, share. Because when you share, it's creating good karma and it will come back to you. It's saying share without having expectations of getting anything back. That is what this card means. Don't take stock of what you have and what you don't have. If you have 4 pieces of bread in your refrigerator and neighbor comes over and says, hey, I need, I don't have any bread. Do you have like a couple of slices so I can make a sandwich? Say, hey, I can give you one. I can give you both. That's your call. But don't take inventory, okay? Because it will all come back to you. Okay? Now, the next card you received is ordinariness. And what this card is saying, be comfortable in simplifying your life. You don't need another gadget. You don't need to be like the Joneses, because all it's doing is adding stress to you. Get back to nature. Enjoy this is actually, I find this to be a beautiful card. They're picking flowers. They're in a field. They're just enjoying being in nature. That is what this card says. Enjoy your ordinariness. You don't need all this other hype and gadgets. Be like the Joneses. Get back to the basics. Now, the next card you received is change. And we've got a lot of change going on this month. And this is going, I don't know if you could see in here, this is like the cosmos and everything, and then this is like all for all the signs. Like I mentioned before, all the signs are going through this. And what this is saying is you need to learn to accept change. Don't hold on. Let it come in and flow out, okay? And realize that the only thing that ever stays the same in life is change. That's the only thing. Everything changes. Accept it. Let it flow in and let it release, okay? That's what this card is saying. Lots of change is going to happen for everybody. Now, the next card you received is playfulness. What this card's saying is get out there and play. Bring out that inner child. Dance. If you feel like dancing, dance. You know, I always admire these people that have the kahunas to, they're out on the sidewalk and they're jamming to their iPods and they got them in their ear and everything and nobody else can hear the music, but they're getting down and they're getting their groove on, okay? Try to get back to that level. Laugh, giggle, spread your playfulness. It doesn't matter what other people think. Because if they get you, it doesn't matter if they get you or not. Because your playfulness can create playfulness within them. Okay? And just like this card right here. Release control. Go with the flow. Don't become bitter because you become too controlling. Playfulness. Now, the next card you received is politics. You see in this card a bunch of snakes. You got the happy mask putting on a front. Facades. Facades. And then you got the little monster guy, the evil guy in the background. Okay? What this card is saying, one of the meanings of this card is saying, is step away from media. Don't feed into drama. Don't feed into bullshit. And don't feed into games. It's time to step back and draw the line, okay? If you got a family member in your home that's like a drama mama, okay? You don't have to answer the phone. And if they get PO'd that you're not answering the phone, then that's on them. Don't absorb that negativity of thinking that you're at their beck and call to pick it up and listen to their crap, okay? Because you're not. When you don't do that, when you actually deal with something at your own time, if you feel like it, when it comes to politics, games, BS, and drama, then you're setting boundaries. Not just for yourself, but for others. So step away from the politics of news, media, and people playing games, BS, and drama. This could be family, relationships, at work. Just step the heck back and say, okay, I'm not getting caught up in this. Okay? You don't need to. And step back out of your drama, okay? Because we all do have a touch of creating drama. Recognize it, step back from it. That's what this is saying right here. Now, Pisces has a tendency, because we are emotional sponges, and we absorb other people's energies. And we take them on as our own. And if we don't truly know ourselves, we can get confused And 1 minute we're happy, and the next minute we're all like flipping out and upset or anything like that. But if you know what if Pisces knows what's going on, because Pisces gets accused of being bipolar, and the thing is they're not bipolar, they're absorbing the energy of what's around them. So it's best to turn around and take check of how was I feeling before this person entered the room? How was I feeling before this topic arose, and all these people are just like in a rage? Step back. That's where this comes in. Don't get into the politics, okay? Now the next card that you received after the politics card is isolation. Pisces like to isolate. And what this card is saying is don't isolate yourself, because the energies and things are so strong going out in the world or in your life and everything, that you become depressed, sad, and sorrowful, okay, and lazy. Don't do that to yourself. Set a time limit. Set a boundary for yourself, okay? Turn around and give yourself 4 hours isolation. Maybe 1 day if you need it, depending on, what's going on in your life. But don't isolate yourself to the point where you become depressed or lazy. That's what this card is saying. Moderation. Now, the next card that you received after isolation is laziness. The thing is what this card is when you are productive and you get your stuff done, or most of your stuff done, it's okay to sit back and relax because you've been productive. Laziness, on the other hand, is where you have things to do, and you might have numerous things to do, and it might be overwhelming, and you don't know where to exactly start, so it's hard to focus. So you turn around and you just say, heck with it, and you become lazy. Don't do that. Don't isolate yourself and become lazy. Get up and at least do 1 to 2 things, if need be, that need to get done. Sit down, write a list, and cross it out. Boom, 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 boom. Then relax. But don't become lazy. That's the difference between relaxing and lazy. Relaxing, you're getting stuff done and you're taking a break and you're thoroughly saying, okay, gosh, I'm glad I got that done. Now I can honestly, peacefully relax and enjoy myself. Laziness, it's like, oh crap, I got all this stuff to do, and you're not doing anything. You're just sitting there worrying about all the stuff that you need to do, and you're not getting anything done. That's what this card's saying. Now, the next card that you received is abundance. Now, this man right here, this is the Rainbow King. And he's got the flower of life, lotus. Okay? He's sitting on the book of life wisdom. And all of the elements meet above his head. Okay? This card right here, there is going to be some abundance coming on in July for each and every one in different areas of everybody's life. But also to receive abundance, you have peace with your male and female side, okay? And this, I want to read this part from the book, because to me, I found it to be very beautiful, and it'll give a little more clarity of what this card means. Okay. The 4 elements of earth, fire, water, and sky are conjunct at the King of Rainbows, who sits atop the book of wisdom of life. If you are a woman, the King of Rainbows brings the support of your own male energies into your life. A union with the soulmate within. A union with the soulmate within for the woman, okay? For a man, this card represents a time of breaking through the conventional male stereotypes and allowing the fullness of the whole human being to shine forth. So that's the 2 meanings of this card right here. Now, the next card you received is consciousness. Oh, excuse me. My phone keeps falling down. What this card is saying here is, just like the Buddha in the card, be conscious of your consciousness. Be consciousness of your surroundings. Be conscious of what's going on in your life and the transformation that is going on in your life within you and around you. Okay? Meditate. Stay in touch with your center. Okay? This is going to be a really heavy month for a lot of meditation. Okay? Now, the next card you received is Lovers. And, excuse me, not having very good luck with my phone staying up there. Sorry about that. There's the meaning behind this. There's two meanings. There are people that will be going out and meeting new people and starting to date or date many people to figure out what they want in their life. They may have thought they wanted this, but they find out, no, that's not exactly what I want. And that's a good thing. Pisces are getting out and they're going to be dating. And that's a good thing. Now, the other meaning of this is that this card for Lovers says, you have to learn to love yourself. Truly love yourself. Not from an ego base, but from unconditional love from a spiritual base, acceptance of yourself. This card also says to be able to love another person. To genuinely love another person, it's not all about the physical love. To genuinely love another person, it is loving the essence of that person's being, the being, okay? It's loving that person's flaws and accepting them for who they are. There is no perfect person out there. And once you turn around and learn that, accept your shadow side and your light side, your female side, your male side, your good side, your bad side, your moody side, your happy side, integrate all that, then you're going to learn how to accept other people unconditionally in love and be more accepting. Okay? That's what the two meanings of this card. Now, another thing is still have letting go of the past. Okay, this card right here is clinging to the past. There's Pisces out there that are clinging so hard. This box right here is the past. Beautiful box of the past. Past memories, past feelings of happiness, past successes, past goals, past family life, if your kids are grown and moved on, okay? And this lady cannot see the future, the champagne glass, success, new experiences, possibly new happy emotions, new lessons. And she is so caught up in clinging onto her past that she can't see what she physically looks like in the here and now. Look at it. If you can see her gown, it's all discolored. See the yellow? And then there's patches and things like that. This card is saying that you need to let go of the past. Do not cling to comparing new loves to past loves. Okay? There may be some similarities, but don't compare them. Give them a chance. Don't cling on to the past of what you used to look like, what you used to be, what you used to do, what you can't do now. Don't do that to yourself. Let it go. Love yourself as a new. See, there we go. Right here. These were side by side. Love yourself for what you are now, who you are now. And this will slowly dissipate. And you'll start seeing that champagne glass right there. Unconditional love for yourself. And then you'll be able to offer that to somebody else out in the world. Now, there's going to be a lot of breakthroughs this month in July too. As you can see, the color red. Power, passion. Okay? And it's coming from the solar plex area. Now, this card is saying that there's going to be internal breakthroughs and there's going to be external breakthroughs. So this is a really good card. It shows that you're starting to get somewhere. You're starting to get it, and you want to get it because you want to move on. Now, the next card you received is the Thunderbolt. And this can be compared to the Tower. And like I said in the intro of this reading, is that there's going to be some things coming up that are going to be kind of shocking, either in your life or another person's life. As you can see, there's a person in meditation. And you can see the chakras are all lit up here, okay? On fire. And then there's the male. Oops, excuse me. There's the male and there's the female. There's going to be some towers coming down in July. But this card is also saying balancing the internal female and male side. Accept it. Accept it and know when to balance, know when to use the male side and know when to use the female side. It's balancing. Okay? There are going to be some really surprising things happening this month. If not in your life, in another person's life. But the tower's coming down. There's going to be a thunderbolt. Now, the next card you received is Celebration. And you see the three ladies, they're in a rainstorm, winds blowing, and they're dancing in water. And this card wants you to remember to celebrate. It means you do not, means get out there and celebrate with others, but it means you don't need a holiday. You don't need a special occasion to celebrate. This card right here means get up and find the joy of the day in yourself. In your day, find the joy of the day. You don't need a holiday, you don't need a birthday, you don't need a ceremony or anything like that. Find your own joy of the day and dance. And the thing is this is right by the Thunderbolt card, okay? Which is considered the Tower card. No matter how much you got going on or what comes crumbling down, you remember to find the joy in the day and celebrate and dance. Somebody invites you someplace. Get up the gumption and get out there and go. It'll put a smile back on your face. Okay? Now, the other thing, the other card that you receive next to Celebrate is the Mind card. And this card right here is saying, I don't know if you can see it right here. Right here. You got all these mechanisms in the head. Okay? Get out of your head. You can see the chimney stacks and it's about ready to explode. Get out of your head. You're not aligned. You're using too much head work, overthinking, overusage. It's getting to be too much. Stop living in your head. This is the ego right here. You're not living from a heart center. This card is also saying that your mind is a tool. Start training your mind to be a tool to work for you. You don't work for it. Okay? That is what this card is saying. Your mind is a tool. Get out of your head. Train your mind to work for you. Don't work for your mind. Now, the next card you received is Beyond Illusions. Pisces, the rose-colored glasses are coming off in July. As you can see, the butterfly, which is in front of the face, which has the chakra wide open. Butterfly means transformation. You're seeing through the illusions of things. Those rose-colored glasses are coming off. Your chakra is wide open. You're starting to get messages, symbols, information, downloads. And you're becoming a little wiser and more spiritual and listening to your own guidance. You're calling BS to be BS, and you're not going to take it. You're seeing through what reality has to offer to the truth. That's what this card means. Beyond illusions. Beyond your illusions, too, that you set, which is in the mind. And these cards were next to each other. The next card you received, integration. See the eagle up here? The eagle means power, loneliness. It's in the air. The swan right here. Beautiful, elegant, graceful. But messed with, it can be a mean some gun, okay? Now down here you have the yin yang. Okay? This card is integration. Learning to integrate power, strength, loneliness, beauty, elegance, feistiness, temper. The male and the female. It's time to integrate all this. Knowing when to use it and knowing when not to use it. That is what this card means. Integration of the good, the bad, everything. Now, Pisces, you also got the next card is friendliness. Be a friend to yourself this month. Be the friend that you are normally to other people, but be it to yourself. Is one message of this card. The other message of this card that I received is don't forget to keep your friendliness, okay? This month, July, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be meeting a lot of other people. Stay friendly. Stay friendly. Don't be controlling. Don't become bitter. Stay friendly. Play. Celebrate. When I say celebrate, celebrate the joys of the day. Okay? But stay friendly. Be friendly. Because Pisces, you're going to be meeting some good people. And you're also going to be seeing through the garbage. But just stay friendly. But be friendly to yourself. Pisces, offer what you offer other people as in a friendship to yourself. Okay? Now, the next card you received is outsider. What this card is saying is that you're probably going to end up feeling like you're an outsider. We all end up feeling like we're an outsider at some point in time. This card is also saying that this possibly stems from a deep-rooted problem from childhood. Okay? And I'll explain this card here. As you can see, there's this little boy and there's a gate. And around the gate, there's a chain. And this child is so caught up feeling like he's an outsider. He hasn't done the inner work so deep to get to that problem to realize he's not an outsider, because over here there's a lock and the lock isn't locked. So this month there's going to be some deep-rooted traumas and problems that actually surface and come out into your environment that you're going to need to deal with and accept and heal and release and let go so you can move on. That is what this card is saying. You're not ever an outsider, because Pisces always kind of feel like they're an outsider because of the gifts that they have, being an empath, offering unconditional love and genuineness. People are like, is that person for real? Are they being really genuine, you know, or are they just putting on a show? And there's a lot of Pisces out there that are really, really beautiful people. And this is saying you're not an outsider. Don't feel like you're an outsider. And if this is going on, look towards your past, where the root of the problem, which could be from your childhood, from your past, where you started feeling like an outsider. Work through it, embrace it, and heal and let it go, because you're not an outsider. You're very much needed. Okay. The next card to that, excuse me, I gotta fix my camera here. Is the next card you received, it was upside down. And this card is comparison, okay? But it was upside down. And what this means is, Pisces, you're not going to be comparing yourself anymore. You're not going to be comparing your beauty to another person's beauty if they're beautiful, more beautiful than you. Okay? You're not going to be comparing your wealth up against somebody else's wealth if they're wealthier than you, or if they're not wealthier than you, okay? You are not comparing yourself with somebody else that's funnier than you, okay? You've come to the realization that what you have is good enough. There's always going to be somebody bigger, better, badder, beautiful, wealthier, poorer, whatever than you, okay? But you've come to this terms. And then you've also realized that, hey, I'm right here, but I may be this prettier, wealthier, beautiful, poorer, whatever, than this person over here. You're not doing this anymore. The thing is I'm going to turn this card this way. Does the bamboo compare itself to the oak tree? Does it say, I'm hollow inside, you're solid, you're more beautiful than me? Oh, look at those luscious leaves. You have these luscious leaves. You're taller than me. You know, it doesn't do that. You're done with that. You're not doing that anymore. You're accepting yourself for your beauty at where you're at. You're accepting yourself for your wealth where you're at. You know where you're at in this life, in this time in your life. You know if you need to find a better paying job. You know if you need to go ask for help. So you're not going to turn around and compare yourself anymore. You're going to accept that you're funny for being funny. If this person's funnier than you, then kahoo. Okay, so be it. But it's not going to matter. You're not doing this anymore. That's good. The next card you received is possibilities. Now what this card is saying is, Pisces, look for possibilities in everything. Look for the possibilities after the thunderbolt. Okay? Look for the possibilities if there is no thunderbolt. See this card? It's dark. It's dark right here. But as you look, there's the eagle, strength, loneliness. But as you look in the distance, it gets lighter. And the sun's on the horizon. Okay? And the eagle right here is actually looking down towards the sun. Right here. It's saying, look for possibilities everywhere. Possibilities in, the situations that come from something that may not be too good. Look for the possibilities. Okay, well, it didn't work out this way. Maybe I can work it to do this. But there's possibilities in everything. There's possibilities in you. There's possibilities in your environment. There's possibilities in work. There's possibilities in education. There's possibilities. Look for the possibilities in July. Okay? Now, the next card that you received is completion. What this card is saying is, like this card right here, you see it's a puzzle. And there's always going to be a completion of something, like this puzzle. The person's putting the last piece of the puzzle, and it just happens to be right over their third eye. Okay? And what this is trying to tell you is to look inward, to let go of any clinging to the past, that something's coming or many things are coming to an end. Okay? Remember, this is the past. It's done. It's over with. There's a completion, but when there's a completion, there's a new door that opens up, and then there's a new beginning, okay? And then that will end too, and you'll put the last piece of the puzzle in that, and then there'll be a next one. It's never ending. There's always going to be completions, and there's always going to be starting over again. So look towards to meditation to help release the clinging to the past. Any issues of clinging to the past, emotions, feelings, control issues, relationship issues, money issues. There's completions of actually being who you used to be and trying to realize and accept who you are now as a different being, as a different person. Okay? Now, the next card you receive, diagonal from the Thunderbolt and underneath celebration and breakthrough, is stress. And like I mentioned before, July is going to be a stressful month. You can see that this person is tooting their horn, trying to keep the candle, juggling several candles, which basically means too many irons in the fire. Okay? And it goes back to the ordinariness card. Start simplifying your life. And they're balancing on a bubble. And they're trying to keep going. They're stressed out. And they got the monkey. And the monkey's got a needle. And it's ready to add one more thing. It's going to pop that. Are you going to land on your feet? Or are you going to turn around and keep taking on more and more and more? This is where you need to sit down and write out what's important to get done first. And don't be lazy. Don't be lazy and not get anything done. But it's also saying balance. Don't take on too much. I gotta adjust my phone again here. I'm leaning inward, trying to make sure that you guys can see the cards and everything. Okay. Now the next card you received is flowering. Here we go with the Lotus again. Rebirth. Meditation. Be at peace. Stay aligned. Just like a flower, you're blooming. You're blooming. And everything happens for a purpose. You're becoming a new being. You're flowering. Just like a flower, it starts out as a bud. And it's all crumped up and everything like that. As it starts to grow and expand and let go, it starts flowering into a beautiful, beautiful flower. So just remember that. You're flowering. Okay. Now, I'm going to go into your Archangel Oracle cards. The first card you got, Leadership. This card right here, Archangel Gabriel's telling you it is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. This is saying, assume your leadership, Pisces. You've done it before. You're still doing it. Stop isolating. Put on the big boy, big girl pants. Leadership pants. And lovingly guide others. The next card you received is Gifts from God. This message I just got, they want me to tell you that There's a reason why thunderbolts happen in our life, and there's a reason why towers fall. There's a reason why we're going through this transformation, Pisces. To be able to see the gifts from God. God will bring in gifts in divine timing. Take a moment and realize this. This is what the card says. Archangel Sandalphon. We angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive them. Be open to gifts, big, small, material, spiritualistically. Be open, because they're coming. And the next one that you received is passion. Remember your passion. Archangel Haniel. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. So this, a lot of changes going on. And this right here is seeing passion. You're getting your passion back for your love life and in your career. Passion for life in general. You're getting it back, Pisces. And me personally, I'm a Pisces, and I know I've lost my passion. I've lost my passion there a few times, and it took quite a hard time to dig down deep and get it again, but I've got it again. Get your passion back. You've got it. You're getting it. Now, the next card you received is Clearsentience. Archangel Raguel, notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Okay? Notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. If you get an uncomfortable feeling and it's being said, get the hell out of here, that's your angels telling you, listen to it. If you get a really good feeling, comfortable feeling, a feeling of peace, that's your angels letting you know it's okay to be peaceful. Release the stress. Be happy. Be playful. Okay? Listen, physical too. Physical. Listen to your reoccurring physical. If you're hurting, that's your angels telling you it's time to take a break, or it's time to look within and heal. Okay, look for the guidance. Look for physical and emotional signs. You'll get your guidance through there, your divine guidance through there too. Now, the next card that you received is Clairvoyance. Archangel Raziel. I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Seems to me we're getting downloads this month. Heavenly love, unconditional love. That's what heavenly love it does. Unconditional love for yourself, but also for others. You're going to be getting messages, downloads this month. Stay open to receiving them. The next card you received is You Know What to Do. Archangel Uriel, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Don't let the ego cause you to doubt your inner knowledge. Stop doubting yourself. When you doubt yourself, you block your chakras, and you don't want that to happen. You know what to do, whether it's meditate, whether it's to get up off your rear end and go find a job, whether it's turning around and taking a break, not isolating. If it's making a small payment on a bill that is outstanding, you know what to do. Now, the last Archangel Oracle card you received is Victory. Archangel Sandalphon, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Keep the faith, Pisces. Keep faith and hope alive. It's very important. Your prayers have been answered. Sometimes there's thunderbolts and releasing that needs to be let go of. So the new and that your prayers and your dreams can be answered. Everything divine timing, but keep the faith. Don't ever lose your faith or your hope. Keep it going. Okay, now your magical time fairy cards. The first one that you received is Journey. Now this card actually showed up upside down. And I got a message that I'm supposed to read this two ways to you, okay? Pisces, like I said, this card showed up upside down. It's Journey. Pisces, you tend to forget that life is a journey. Don't forget that. Life is an adventurous journey. Don't forget that, okay? They want you to focus on how far you have come, not how far you have to go. You will find help in unexpected places. So like I said, this was upside down. And the message in this upside down is don't get stuck on the past. Don't get stuck on the past. Don't isolate yourself on what you had, what you used to have, things like that. Don't think that there isn't help out there. It's coming. That's gift from God. Don't think that you're not going to get gifts. There are people, places, and things that will come in and help you. They're gifts from God. Okay? Pray. You can pray too. Pray, but without action, because you have free will. You need to be an active creator in your life. Pray, but take action. You know what to do. So those are the two messages that you need to remember. Don't get stuck on the successes from the past. Don't get stuck in the thoughts of how far you still have to go to get where you want to be or get where you're meant to go. And that, yes, there will be help out there coming to you in many different forms. Gifts from God, okay? Card was upside down, so you're thinking reverse, that this isn't out there. It is, and life is an adventuresome journey. Now, the next card you received is Adversity. This card, too, actually showed up upside down. This card right here in the upright is saying, see the gifts in challenge. One can be taught within the calm, but the greatest lessons are learned from the storms. Now, they're telling me to read this upside down too. And what this is saying is that, Pisces, when we're going through a lot, we don't see that there are lessons that are great and small that we can learn through the storms and the challenges that are possibly better learned through the storms and the challenges than the calm. Okay? Upright again, this card means see the gifts in challenge. See the gifts. Gifts from God. See the gifts in challenge. One can be taught within the calm, but the greatest lessons are learned from the storms. Don't get to the point where it's so much going on that you isolate yourself, become lazy, stay stuck in the past, and you don't realize that there's a lesson in this that you won't repeat, because it came in like a thunderbolt. Okay. Now the next card you received is Sacred Spaces. The message that I just got from this is they want you to find a sacred space. Whether you create a sacred space or you know of a place that is a sacred space where it gives you peace and harmony and it's peaceful and it's just sacred to you, okay? This card says, take time for the dreamer in you. Find your power in stillness. In your sacred space is the peace you seek. So no matter what is going on, create a sacred space, or if there's a sacred space that you like and go to, go there. Find your power in the silence. There you'll find your peace that you seek. The next card you received is Prosperity. Focus on the positive and more good will come. Focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity brings in the, prosperity begins in the mind. Okay? You see the pattern here? Use your mind as a tool. Your mind is a tool. Create positive. Manifest positive. Create your abundance. Replace worry with prayer. Pray for good to come in. Pray for blessings. Don't worry. Every time you find yourself worrying, replace it with prayer. And then get out there and you know what to do. Take action. Be a co-creator in your life, Pisces. Create for the better. Then, God's gift for blessings will be coming in. Big and small, material or spiritual. They're coming in. Be open to it. Now, the next card you received is Gentleness. They want you to remember to be gentle. Gentle with yourself and gentle with others. Gentle with the situation. Strength is gentle. True kindness has wings. Love in action endures. So back up here, when I mentioned up here in the beginning of this reading that when you release, when you're in harmony, your mind and heart is in harmony, your spirit and your ego are in harmony, your environment becomes in harmony. People will come up to you. You'll be gentler. You'll be able to help other people. People will see the strength in you because you're giving gentleness. And gentleness is a form of love on wings. When you give gentleness, it is love. And that has wings. It flies to the next person and they have the chance to offer that, whether they choose to take it or not, and offer it to another person. That gentleness. Okay? So that's what this is saying. Stay in harmony. Gentleness, love, offer it. Love flies to the next person. Okay. Now, the next card you received is Faith. Keep the faith, Pisces. Believe you are not alone. Spirit is right beside you. Ask for guidance and it will come. Faith. The second time you got it. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Keep the hope. You're not alone. Don't isolate. Don't get lazy. Keep the faith that things are getting better. Keep the faith that you'll see the gifts that are coming in your life, or that are in your life. Keep the faith that things will balance out to the way they're meant to be, and it will be a blessing and a gift. And don't feel alone. Do not feel alone through this. Spirit always walks with you. Spirit always walks to the left of you, watching over you, okay? And call upon them for guidance. Stay in meditation so you have a clear divine connection with God, Spirit, your angels. Okay? That's what this is saying. So, like I said, we've got a lot going on this month. Don't let it affect you. There's still a lot of releasing of the past. Don't do the comparison. The comparison of who's prettier, who's this, and don't compare new lovers to past ones if there might be a similarity in a couple of things, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. And don't compare them to ex-lovers and things like that. If they might have one thing that's a coinky-dink that comes up, a habit or something like that you couldn't stand with the other person, okay? But don't compare yourself, and you're not going to. You're not going to. So that's a growth right there within you, Pisces. You're going to become happier in the place where you're at and work from there. So that's a strength. That's power. Remember, everybody's going through this change. It's not just you. So if you have the lightning bolt hit your life or a tower coming down, other people are going through it too. Other signs are going through it too. Just in different ways. But Pisces, you're taking your power back, because you know what? You're not second best anymore. You're taking the rose-colored glasses off, and you're saying, hey, I'm putting me first. You're stopping the drama of the politics, the politics of the drama, the BS and the games. You're calling it out. And you're going to stand there and you're going to say, hey, I paid for this. It was supposed to be here at a specific time, specific place. I'm not driving all over Timbuktu, wasting my gas, my time, and my money. I paid for the time and place and the item right here. And you're going to cough it up. Or I want my money back. You're not going to sit there and just go, oh, okay. Okay? You're taking your power back. That's a good thing. So I want to thank you for tuning in. This is for Pisces, Moon, Sun, and Rising. Okay? And you got this, Pisces. You got this. Blessings to you.